Hello guys, welcome to another educational video, and today we'll be talking about options and what the different types of options are and how they function and how they move with the market. So options are derivative contracts or instruments which have their intrinsic value based on another instrument. So they're called derivatives because they derive their value from another particular instrument. So we have options on a wide range of things, ranging from commodities to stocks to, and there were recently water futures too, futures on water too. So derivative instruments are there in a wide range of fields, but today we'd be talking about options in the stock market. So options in the stock market are either on the indices such as Nifty and Bank Nifty, or you have options on stocks as well. So similarly, like options, even we have futures also on on stocks and indices. Today we'll be talking about options. So there are two different types of options, as you can see on the screen. You have a call option and you have a put option for every stock and for every index. So let's see how a call option moves first. How a call option or a put option moves first according to the price of the corresponding instrument. Now we can either buy a call option or sell a call option. Similarly, we can either buy a put option or sell a put option. So when do you buy a call option? You buy a call option when you think the price is going to go up, and you sell a call option when you're bearish on the market and you think the price is going to decrease. So you can see by the colors indicated that a green buying call option indicates that you're bullish, and a red selling call option indicates you're bearish. Similarly here, when you're buying a put option, you bet on the markets going down, and when you're selling a put option, you bet on the markets going up. So this was the basic uh, uh, meaning behind how people generally trade options. But so this, you may think that okay, there is a 50% chance in either buying or selling. So if it increases, I make money. If it decreases, I make money. So what happens when the market moves sideways? So when the market moves sideways, when you sell a call option even when you think the market is going to move sideways, right? You can sell it when the market is going to move sideways as well. So let me get a brush. So even when you think the market is going to go sideways, you can sell a call option or sell a put option in this scenario as well. In the same scenario, when you think the markets are going sideways, you can either sell a call option or a put option or both. So these scenarios, we will see how and when to deploy these strategies, and in which scenarios which strategies are used. There are many strategies for option selling and buying, and you combine option selling and buying, so that will come in a later part. But for now, these are the basics. You buy a call option when you think price is going to show momentum upwards with momentum. You sell a call option when you either think price is going down or sideways. So clearly you can see the difference between the buyer and seller here. So the buyer here has a 33% win rates, purely statistically talking, because he's making money in only one scenario. So he has a 33% of winning, and the seller has a 66% of winning. So it is unfair between the buyer and seller from the word get go itself, because they clearly have a double the probability of winning. Similarly, even here, put buyers have 33% probability of winning, whereas sellers have a 66% probability of winning. because put buyers are making money when the market comes down, but put sellers are making money when either the markets go up or even sideways and range bound. So this is the disparity of probability between the buyers and sellers in the options market. This is how it is. Now, then you could think, why doesn't everybody go for buying? I mean selling, because obviously selling has a you have a higher probability of winning in option selling. So why doesn't everybody go for option selling only and not buying? So the basic point, the fundamental point you need to understand is, when price moves in your direction, suppose you predict that the market is going to go upwards and the price also follows you and moves up with good momentum, your returns would be very high in option buying. So your returns can cross even 100%. It can go up to 200%, 300%. Sometimes option premiums jump from 10 rupees to 200 rupees in a matter of minutes. So your returns are very high. Similarly, your risk is low. So your risk to return would be very high in the case of option buying, but this comes at the cost of your probability, which is less. Now for option sellers, the return would never be more than 100%. The maximum return they can get is 100%. So for option sellers, the returns are low. And the risk at the same time is very high. So some would say the risk is unlimited, but in real life scenarios, there is never unlimited risk. You can always have a stop loss, or you can always manage your trades and do some firefighting. There is never unlimited risk. So unlimited risk occurs when, let's say, prices goes to infinity, or such cases. So obviously that is not possible. So we'd say risk is very high in option selling. So this was the basic. So why is the return high and why is the risk low in option buying? Why is the return low and why is the risk high in option selling? This you would understand when you know how option works, what a strike price is, what a premium is, how options move according to their instruments, and so on. So that would be in the later episode. Thank you.